single roll. I think you guys have conquered the most difficult challenge. Lived against a frost breath, which was pretty incredible.
So
I
Yeah,
don't
that was
mind
fun.
if we keep going. We're basically at the top of round this the second exchange. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't mind if we keep going, but I do think that there is a lot of like roles and actions to be done after a fight of like just establishing where we are for the next chapter, like
Okay, sure.
you know what I mean? So what do you think? Like what should we do? Should we bloody versus the ending? Like fight is very complicated and it takes a lot of time and it's going to eat up like an hour if we
Right.
just go.
And you guys are basically at this point, it's done. You guys survived the hard part of the fight, and those cats aren't going to last much longer against you.
Did we hit one of them though?
You
We only hit the one demon cat that chart Chuck hit one.
yeah,
Right?
I think you hit the cat, the three-tier cat.
Yeah, the triple cat.
The triple cat, yeah.
But
All right.
we could actually just call it over because there's no way it's going to beat you at this point. How do you guys want to do it?
I want to roll. I want to do bloody versus and finish it like with the
Okay.
dice, you know?
Yeah, that
Because
works.
yeah. Chuck,
Okay.
you good with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever you guys want to do. Eric, how do you feel?
let's do
Okay.
it.
All right, great. Uh, so, uh,
So describe the
Bloody
scenario,
versus.
Peter. Where are we at? What's going on? What's the situation?
Drive to live.
So
Yeah.
you guys are fighting two cats. Well, one is the triple tier cat, and the other is the demon cat against you three. And I think you guys are fine, right? You haven't gotten wounded at all.
Yeah, I'm fine. So I remember like the roof is icy because the thing blasted us,
Yep.
right? With an ice breath. And the
Yeah.
roof is icy. And
Well,
we're
no,
like,
it wasn't icy, it was just steep. And so
oh,
you
That's
guys got one because it's steep.
okay. All
all
right.
right. So will that'll still be an advantage that it'll have in the
Yeah.
here in the bloody versus test. Um, in the bloody versus test, are we is Freda facing the triple cat in one bloody versus test while the demon cat faces the other two in a second bloody versus test, or is it one giant
No,
bloody
let's just
versus?
do one
Okay.
roll.
One
Okay.
giant one.
I
I'll
think
Okay.
that's
give
more in
it
the
a
spirit of the
bonus
bloody
for
versus.
the other cat helping it.
All right. Great.
Okay,
All
so we're
right.
gonna help Chuck. I think me and Eric and Vina and Nico will lend dice to Freda.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
Perfect.
mean, since we're saving a lot of time in shifting to bloody versus, let's describe a little bit
Yeah.
richly what each of
Yes.
us is doing.
Right. Perfect. Let's not be mechanical.
Yeah. So what's the overall what are things looking like overall? Like what's
So
the scene? Because I want to be able to picture it.
the
It's just
demon cat went immediately for Nico. And Nico and the demon cat were having it out. And
Wait,
the triple cat went
right.
after Frida.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And Nico so Nico is facing the demon cat, and the demon cat is not terribly large. And just in terms of description, is the demon cat sort of standing away from Nico and fighting fair, or has it leapt upon him and is grappling with him?
I think it leapt upon him.
Great. Or leapt upon her, leapt upon her.
Yeah, leapt
Great.
upon her. Sorry.
So I think I'm gonna like come in from behind and try and like stab it, you know?
Cool. Cool. And what's Nico doing about being leapt upon by a demon cat?
Um, I think I'm just gonna be doing what a rat does when they feel cornered or attacked, just claw, like just desperately claw, try to, my instinct always seek the soft instinct, okay.
Yeah.
Always seek the soft underbelly. I'm just trying to get it off me, trying to find its jugular, I know it's a demon, but like just my survival instincts kicking in.
Right.
Teeth and claws.
Well, actually, I thought just to push on that a little harder, Eric, there's sort of two different things that you might be trying to do. One is to try to escape it because you're afraid, but the other is in desperation, try to go for its soft underbelly, and not try to escape, but try to go in.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, so you're seeking its soft underbelly with your teeth, with your claws.
Teeth and claws, just both, because in my mind it's like, okay, I get the idea, the shape of a cat. So that's where like part of my instincts are going, like, but I
Right.
also know that it's like the supernatural force, so I'm afraid. So I'm kind of like trying to end things and and I should be trying to extricate myself, but I can't, I'm locked into this primal thing.
Right. I
Cat
like that a
versus
lot.
rat.
All right. And Sanj, as
Vina.
Vina comes in to try to stab this cat in the back, it's sounding like those two are tangled up with each other.
Yeah.
How do you land a blow without hurting your companion?
Um, and especially because the demon cat is like almost, I picture it like three entities like kind of all over him, right?
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
and but because it feels so desperate, and I know like we could just tumble off the roof at any minute
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Um, I'm a little reckless. I'm a little bit wild with this one, and then I come in like even that's I don't know how to describe it, but that's what I'm gonna just stab like at what I see, like do my best. Yeah. It's there's no other way I could see myself
Yeah,
being
we can't
careful
like
about this
rationally
because it's
strategize
super
this out.
urgent.
No, it's not a time for rational strategy. I like that a lot. Um, and as these my friends are tangling with this demon cat,
Mhm.
and I'm facing the triple cat that is with remarkable coordination, somehow one cat on top of the other, moving in this almost with the grace of a talented fighter. I've got it at bay with my great sword, but it is faster than me, I think, and fights in ways that I'm not used to. And I find myself laughing at our bad fortune. We're at the worst possible position. Our footing is bad. We're surrounded by a demon cat and a triple cat, and I'm laughing, and I'm gonna take you down and swinging as well as I can. Okay,
Awesome.
so. Uh, so
Okay,
uh,
let's
blood.
tally up our dice pools, or Pete, we should we tally up our dice pools?
Well, what's the demon doing?
So I think now we can just do the bloody versus roll. So why don't you roll attack, Chuck?
Okay, so
And
creating dice
I'll roll
pools
its defense.
sounds good. So advantages to bloody versus attack is longer weapon. Um, although it's
Yep.
also possible that it's shorter weapon because it's gotten inside of my defense.
No, I don't think it has yet. It didn't do that.
Okay, so I
So
have a +1 die for that. Um, and let me see. Do I have VA with my sword? Oh, is it armored?
No, it's just got its claws.
We can ignore that
Yeah.
then. So I have a +1 die from longer weapon. And these guys are giving me a bonus to are each giving me a helping die, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And advantages to bloody versus, and it in terms of its defense, does it have it doesn't have a shield or leather armor or anything like that. So it doesn't have any, so it's just, it doesn't have any advantage dice for its defend. Neither the
Right.
demon nor the triple cat. Okay.
You just have the ob for the roof.
We have the ob for the roof. Is that a -1 die or is it
Yeah.
It's a
+1
+1 ob.
success?
Or
It's
plus one
always
ob. Okay. Okay.
It's a
it's
+1
always +1
success.
ob.
Okay. And is
Yeah.
that going to count for both rolls? It's going to have a +1 success for both rolls.
I
Or
don't
is it
think so. That sounds overly tough. I think it's gonna be able to put it in either attack or defense, I would say.
okay? So let me know whether it's using its +1 ob in its attack, so it gets a +1 success against my defense, or if it's in its defense, so it has a +1
I think
success
it's
in its
gonna
defense.
put it on its attack.
On its attack, so it's going
Thing
to have
is a
+1 success on its
servant.
attack.
It's a servant of the demon cat. It's going all out. It's
It's
not
reckless.
of its own will.
It's reckless. Okay, that
Nice.
sounds great. All right.
Nice.
Okay, so I have sword dice of,
And I'll roll its defense.
okay, I have sword dice of 4. I'd like to loop in or fork in brawling. And I think that's the only thing that I can fork in. Oh, can I fork in climbing since we're on a roof?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, why not overcome that ob?
Overcome that ob a little bit. Okay, so that's, I've got 6 dice plus 1 for that has, I'll add that in later. So I have 6 dice. I'm going to divide them evenly, 3 and 3. So I've got 3 dice for the attack. I've got longer weapon, which makes it 4. And there we are. I have longer weapon, which makes it 4. So I have 4 dice on the attack, and you are rolling your defense. Sounds good?
Yeah,
Okay, guys, what's our intent? We just destroy them, right? Kill them.
Yeah. Our intent is to drive them off.
Drive them off or kill them?
No, I think actually we want to eliminate this threat from Lankhmar.
Yeah. Kill them.
So we want to kill the demon cat. I think that's
Demon
right.
cat. Yeah.
All right. In that case, and I'm going to take your helping dice, and should I put that into the attack so that we have a better
Yeah.
chance at doing that? Okay.
Yes.
So both of your helping dice are going into attack. So I had 4. It's going to become 6 total.
Eric, did you do your help?
I didn't do it yet.
Yeah, get that going, yo.
So would I click the help thing over on the obstacle?
Yeah, the red.
Okay, and then I click the die, right?
Mhm.
Click the
Dice.
thing that you're rolling.
It would be brawling.
Brawling. That sounds right. So you're going to get a
Okay.
brawling test from this.
Okay, there it is.
All right. So Peter, you need to do
I'll roll first. I'll roll my defense.
Sounds good.
It's definitely gonna re-roll that 1d6. So ob 2. Not very good, but it's
All right.
going for attack, now for defense.
All right. So that's its attack. Its defense was 2. I said that before I added in your helping dice, I had 4 dice. How did I get that? I had,
You have your skill plus brawling plus 2 helping die.
yeah, but your helping dice are actually being accounted for on the computer, so I need to ignore the helping dice for a minute.
Okay.
I think I can fork it in. This is how this system works. It's pretty cool. So, I'm rolling my skill. Oh, I have a +1 weapon advantage dice from the weapon. Okay. Here I go.
Make sure accept help.
Yeah. So I'm doing sword and I'm going to fork in brawling, and I'm forking in climbing, and I need to accept help. And I don't think there's a way for me to take off dice so I can do a bloody versus. Secondary pool. Split some dice into a secondary pool. Pool. I'm making a secondary pool of 3 dice. I said I was going to split it evenly, 3 and 3, and I have an advantage die from my sword. Where does that go in? Bonus dice 1. So I have 1 bonus die from sword. I have a 4 exponent. I'm forking in brawling and climbing. I've got 1 bonus die from the sword, and I've created a
Now,
secondary
some of
pool of
that
3.
you're putting into defense, right?
Right, I've created a secondary pool in the thing. So I created a secondary pool. So this is only rolling some of the dice. We'll see
Okay.
what it does. Yeah, it should work. Here we go.
Nice. Oh no. Oh, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8
Wow.
successes? Whoa. Look at all those 6s.
But my secondary pool is not great. I rolled 1 6 in my secondary pool.
That's your defense, right?
That's my defense. Yeah.
Did it
Uh,
automatically roll your fate? How did we get so many dice? Holy shit.
yeah, I'm a little confused what it's doing here.
Hmm.
1,
Yeah.
4, 5,
Exponent
6,
plus
7,
4.
8, 9. -3 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not understanding what happened there.
No, I'm not either.
Why don't you do R /R, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'll have to
something
do that.
looks screwed up. I'm not. There
Yeah, I
may
don't know
be
how
a
it
bug
calculated that.
here.
Well, so I should have 4 dice. -3 is 1 die. Plus 1 die for my sword. Plus 2 dice for my forks. Plus 2 dice from your help, which is a total of 6 dice. And it's rolled a lot more dice than that.
Yeah, just re-roll at 66.
Sounds good. /R 6d6. And we're sure that's the right number because it's 4 minus. Yeah, I just did this. I don't know why I'm having so many trouble. Yes, here we go. 4d. Here we go. Well, that was a terrible roll.
Yeah, that was a terrible roll.
No 1 success.
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
how that went so badly.
So
Let
bang.
me
It's okay.
roll its attack. What's your defense? Because you're still not
Or
not in bad shape yet. You had 3 for defense, right? Or
I put in
4?
3 for defense. I put in 3 for defense. So I had 1 attack die left, plus you guys, plus that thing. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was just a sucky roll.
That's okay.
Wow, only 1 success.
This
But
is
I
its attack.
think that means that.
Wait. So we still haven't rolled our defense, although
Oh yeah, roll your
I'm sure.
defense.
So the defense dice are 3 dice because I'd saved some 3 dice aside, plus any advantages from from my shield and from my reinforced leather. So it's 6 dice.
Yeah, go ahead and do the RD6. We'll figure out the test. Make sure. Okay, so you did not get injured, so it was a draw.
Yeah.
So we
You
keep
guys fought to the standstill, and we need to go to the next round. Make sure that sword test routine give you a test
It did for me.
I'll mark the
Hey, I got
routine
one.
test. I get one
Yeah,
test.
take
Oh,
that
actually,
off and
sorry.
we'll do it after.
I don't think I get a test because this is part of the same fight as we were playing before, and we
Yeah.
already marked those successes. So I don't think I get any further tests. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the way that this works now, once we neither side hit. So
Yep.
the
Yep.
Titanic struggle leads to a deadlock. No wounds are suffered. The side with the most defense successes decides what happens next. So who had the most defense success? How many defense successes did you have?
This thing had
One.
2.
2.
It had 2. We also had 2. I could re-roll with fate and have one more, so we have the right to choose. Let's find out. So we can have another round of fighting, preferably with a different skill. A fort versus test to outlast your opponent, a power versus test to subdue your opponent, or a speed versus test to escape. Or both sides can agree to call it a draw.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go ahead and spend a fate so that we have the
Yeah.
right to decide. Here we go. So I'm re-rolling with fate on my sword. Where do I mark that I used a fate point? I know how to do this. I'll just do it. Fate. I now have 1 fewer fate. I'm going to roll 2 dice. I got 1 success. So we now have the right to decide how this goes forward. So what do you guys think? Let's think creatively. We're tussling, we're fighting on this roof, and one possibility might be that we all tumble down off the edge of the roof into the backyard, and we have a versus test to see who can survive the fall, with fort as the basis for that.
Yeah,
Are you
like
guys?
yeah, one and it would be cool if the cats go one way and we go the other way.
Yeah, exactly. And I have pretty good fort, so um, that's a possibility. Is that this becomes we all tumble off the building together, and it's is fort the right would be the right, or it could be a
Speed.
power struggle. I don't want speed because they're really fast.
Uh-huh. Peter, your choice.
Oh no, it's our choice. We just paid a fate point to have the power.
Oh, okay. But do we
Yeah.
decide what stat or
Yeah.
we have
You
the
can,
intent.
I think the reasonable choices are power or fort.
Cool. Okay. We'll go with fort then. And
Okay.
let's do it individually so we each, right? Like, but it's an what is it? Ob 4 fort test?
No, what it is it's a versus test, and once again, it's a bloody versus. So one of
Okay.
us is in charge of it, and the others are helping.
Okay.
Do we help with fort?
Yeah, you
I have
help
a
with
terrible
fort.
fort.
Okay.
You want to do fort then?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Um, yeah, I could log it. It'd be nice to get a test towards fort.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, so we could do this as I can help you. I got a pretty high fort, so I can give 2 dice to help if
Oh.
somebody else wants to roll.
I have a B3 fort. You?
I've got a 4 fort.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
four's not bad,
Yeah.
and I can give you 2 dice
I
for my
can help.
5.
Yeah, I can help you.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. I will roll first to establish the ob. Three successes, so it's going to be an ob 3 fort.
All right. I'm helping with my fort. Vina is helping also.
Yep.
Great. And so now do I just click the dice next to fort, or do I need to do anything over here on that little obstacle box?
You just click dice next to fort, but then say that you're willing to accept help.
Got it. Okay, here we go. Accepting help. Let's see.
7 dice, right? Versus ob 3.
Yep, should be a routine test for you, which is
No.
a good one to get.
Persona
No,
adds dice, right?
Doesn't do anything for Fort.
Actually, yeah, for Fort, I don't need routines, but
Oh, you don't need routines. Shoot.
Yeah, no one does.
Oh, I thought if your score was low enough, you needed routines.
All stats is just difficult and challenging.
Gotcha.
Fate's gonna explode sixes. Persona adds dice before the roll, right?
Yep,
Mhm.
that's right.
Do I want to add a Persona die, guys?
I don't know
No,
how many persona do you have.
Two. I mean, this
I
isn't
mean-
this
I mean,
isn't like a life.
if we
This isn't like a
fail-
life or death thing, right?
If we can win this, we can have finished this off and finished off this demon thing. I'd like to be done with it, but
yeah,
so it's not
Yeah.
life or death, but it is story important.
Okay. All right, I'll throw a Persona in. What the hell?
yeah.
But do I manually shit.
You know, in the dialogue box, it'll take it off automatically.
Yeah,
Okay.
Artha. There's a button for Artha.
There we go. Oh, and it's only letting me do two because that's referring to my stock. Okay. All right, cool. Here we go.
Whoa!
Yay.
Wow,
Ooh.
nice.
Nice.
Do
Okay.
you want to re-roll to put Artha into that stat? Re-roll with fate.
Should I've got sixes. I've got two sixes. Sure.
That'll help you shade it
Yeah.
someday.
Fate reroll. Okay.
And you did get
Nice.
one more
Plus
success.
one.
Nice.
Cool.
I did not get a test on that, which is surprising to me. It was a
Well, because it was a routine, so you don't really get anything.
because it was 5 dice on 3
Yeah,
for me.
So
actually,
Mm.
we should get a test because
You probably
Oh,
got one.
my
'Cause,
fort box is
You
now.
yeah,
had 3
you're-
dice on
you're-
3.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Anybody who helped would get a
Yeah,
test.
I got it. Yeah.
So
yeah.
guys, my fort box is now like glowing pink,
Oh,
and
it's advancing.
it doesn't say fort. The fort the name is blank, and there's no rating.
Hmm.
And now it's just
What?
showing 111 routine, difficult, challenging. What the hell just happened?
Maybe it got changed to 0 or something.
I see you have a 4 to 4.
I
Share
wonder why
screen.
it's doing this. Let me try to fill it back in.
Yeah.
Because it should
I
be
didn't-
4. Okay, so now it's filled this back in. Now what would I have gotten for that test?
Well, you had a lot of dice, so it would have been a routine test.
Okay.
Yep.
But it's weird though, because before it said difficult 2. It wasn't showing that it needed routines.
Make
now-
sure
now-
it's a stat. I don't know. Maybe the underlying settings got changed.
Oh no, sorry. I'm looking at something. I'm looking at the wrong. I'm an idiot, guys. All right, let's edit that out of the video.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
know
yeah,
you're
so
looking.
it
You have
didn't
to
show me any advancement on there. Cool.
Right.
All right,
Which is right.
forget me.
Yeah. All right. So, what happens, Peter?
Yeah, well, it sounds like what happened is that Nico, she was trying to get this cat off of her, but this cat was determined, man, and she felt that the only way to kill it was to roll off the roof and use it as the shield for hitting the ground. And she not only she didn't even hit the ground first, she hit the ledge of an outlay over the building, bounced off, flipped again because she's so nimble, and landed on the cat again and smushed
Wow.
it. It is dead. And you saw that happen, and you dropped your weapon. It fell off the roof. You grabbed the cat, but you could only grab 2 of the cats when you were rolling off. And the
Right.
last cat tried to escape, but Vina tackled it and she rolled off the roof. You 2 guys rolled off the roof and you landed You pushed the cat right below you, so you had them as like a
Oh, shit.
buffer like this. And Vina, when you rolled off, you made sure to orient the cat, although the cat was struggling to flip itself because you know how cats are good at landing. But no,
Yeah.
you guys managed to stay on top, and all four cats are dead. And by the way, the three cats that were connected are no longer connected.
Right.
Oh
They
wow.
weren't unnaturally connected. They were standing on each other's
Yeah, they were
shoulders.
standing on each other's shoulders, right?
Yeah, but they were separated now.
All right. We've done
And are
it.
they back to being like, are they dumb cats now? Like unpossessed?
The rest of the cats of
And by the
Lankhmar.
way, you guys see out in the streets that all the fighting stops because the cats try to run away. But a lot of the residents, there's a lot of dead people too around. A lot of the residents are chasing the cats, throwing things at them. Like they are not done fighting. They want to kill the cats.
Mm, there's so many cat lovers in Burning Wheel Discord. They're, they're
In
gonna be
fact,
so
for the
hurt.
next
Cat
week or
people.
so, there's a lot of dishes in all the inns and taverns, cat this and cat that.
Oh, gross.
And this is good news for the rats of Lankhmar.
It is. You
Mm,
guys, for the next couple of weeks too, hardly see any cats. And when you do see them, they run.
Right, right. They're terrified
wow.
of people now.
Goddamn
Wow.
right.
Mm.
I love that. I love that detail. Well, I think it's time for us to do a little bit of downtime and that kind of thing.
Yeah. So where do you guys want to do we just go our own separate ways, or do we all like, like kind of go to a base together, or like I kind of wanted to, I don't know, suss out what was happening with the Thieves Guild and their beef against us, but I almost feel like they might have forgotten all of that now. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think
What are your thoughts, guys?
I thought you had a good idea earlier when you were suggesting we could do a little bit of day in the life of each of us
Yeah.
separately to find out, so we're
Yeah.
developing our things. So
Cool. Okay.
I love that idea.
All right. Cool. Let's do that. Is that cool, Peter?
Sure.
Okay. Who's first? Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first. Go first. You clearly are ready to go. Go.
Okay.
Anybody? Anybody?
So Vina, after all of this, Vina, she actually, I kind of picture Atessa's place as her base, and she goes back there. I don't even know if I have to circle her up, to be honest, but she goes back there and crashes for like 2 days, just sleeps, right? The next day, I want to do some like street reconnaissance to see if the Thieves Guild still has a bounty upon my head. So I kind of want to go in disguise and inconspicuous and um go around that district where all those signs were and see if if they're still up, and try and gather some rumors among the shady people in the neighborhood to see if there's still a mark on my head, like a bounty.
Okay, and which belief are you kind of pursuing here?
The second one, I think, where I'll be a slave to no man, blah blah blah. I mean, it doesn't really. I think my tagline for that slave to no man one, it has changed because of the bookshop owner, but it's in that vein. Like it used to be targeted towards the Thieves Guild, but I dropped it in favor of
Okay, no,
the
I get
bookshop
it.
owner. But I think still, practically speaking, I don't want to be like going around walking openly in Lankhmar if the Thieves Guild has a bounty on my head.
All right. And how are you going to do this?
I have what skills do you think would be appropriate? So I'm gonna be forking in disguise for sure with this, and inconspicuous disguise. But the problem is I don't have like like a rumor wise, but I don't have
This is not going to be a difficult test. This is going to be like an ob 1 test because the Thieves Guild wants it known that they're after you. So there were like wanted posters everywhere. So this is
oh,
not going to be
okay.
difficult.
Well, I have okay, then I'm building up, I'm working towards Lankmar wise. Okay, it's a learning a like a skills being learned. So
Yeah,
with
we
that,
can do that. I think that's totally reasonable in this case.
okay. So Lankmar
Lankmar
wise,
wise definitely applies.
so the what was the obstacle?
It's going to be ob 1, but since it's doubled, it'll be effectively ob 2. But yeah.
Okay. All right, are you gonna put the ob in? I'm gonna roll.
I think he just needs to put in an ob of 1, and if you're
Yeah, I
rolling
did.
It's
the
gonna
system will take
confirm.
care of it for you.
Okay. Uh, obviously no, I can't help. I mean I can't
The
fork in.
consequences of failure, I think, are that you are gonna think that even though there are wanted posters up everywhere, that the Thieves Guild, it's been so much time has passed, they don't care anymore.
Yeah, and maybe that they're like kind of the ones that I saw are all scratched off from like the war and like what the battle with the cats. Ready?
Oh,
You made it.
All right. Okay, guys, we're still in danger. The Thieves Guild are still after us.
They are definitely still after you.
So I kind of relayed that information to Nico and Freda. Can we all be together at that, like have a base at Atessa's place? Is that cool with you? Yeah.
It's okay with
So
me.
so um so I guys, it's not good out there. They're still after us. There's signs all over, and I heard from Nikki the Greek that that for some reason this what was his name, the bad guy there,
I've got his name here. Hang on. His name is Anjay.
Anjay is still got a beef with us for some reason. I don't know why. So
He is
I
a
think
stubborn man, but we will teach him it is better to work with us than against us.
I remember that argument we had, Freda. um don't think it's wise, but
No, no, it's not. All right. Eric, do you want to do a thing, or should we pass the baton to Freda, who is going to go probably
Yeah,
go deal with
I'm
Anjay?
I'm still thinking. Yeah, I'm still thinking of some stuff. So yeah, go ahead.
All right. So she had an inimical relationship with a Taliesin, a Thieves Guild. It's an enmity relationship with Taliesin, who's a Thieves Guild guy. So I think if she has a enmity relationship, that I mean, it's a relationship, so she knows where to find him, and she
yeah,
can go have and talk to him.
cool.
So I think what I'm going to ask you, Peter, is where does Taliesin like to drink? Is he still drinking at the what was the name of the place that we I used to have this stuff written down. Oh yeah. So we were staying at we spent a lot of time at the Silver Eel, I think, at the beginning. And that was where I first met Taliesin because I won a drinking contest against him in my prehistory.
Would it
So
have been that? I don't think it was. I think you guys brought up the Silver Eel at first, but the Silver Eel is like an expensive place.
Our place was the leaky.
Colon.
Yeah,
It's
it would
like
have been like someplace at the wharf or something, right?
it was the
Great.
leaky boat. It was the leaky ship, or
maybe the leaky skiff because a skiff's
yeah,
a small
that's what it
boat.
was. It was the leaky skip.
Got it. At Lankhmar Skate down near the docks. Near the docks. Okay, I've improved that. Great, thank you. So uh so Taliesin likes to drink at the Leaky Skiff. That's how I first met him and how I got into a drinking contest with him. So I think she is going to go have a conversation with Taliesin about this Thieves Guild bounty on our heads and about we wanting to set. So what she wants is she wants Taliesin to set up a meeting. So happy to play this out with you. However in whatever level of detail. Are we going to play it out with some level of detail, or should I just tell you what my objective is?
Yeah, I guess what's your objective?
Okay, so she's going to find Taliesin drinking at the Silver Eel, and she's going to maybe he's a couple of drinks in. His drink his cup is half empty. She brings over a fresh refill for him and sits down opposite and says, "Taliesin, it's time for us to talk. I am sick
You know
and
what?
tired."
If you guys are gonna do this at the Silver Eel,
Not the
you're
Silver
gonna
Eel. Sorry,
make-
sorry. Not the Silver Eel. At the
okay.
Leaky
I was
Skiff.
gonna make you make a resource test.
No. This is all happening at the Leaky Skiff, which is our local place. And Taliesin and I have history at the Leaky Skiff. I'm sorry if I said Silver Eel.
Okay, no problem.
So
I don't mind if you do it, but it'll definitely
No.
be a resource test.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Taliesin, it's time for us. She puts down the drink in front of him. It's time that you and I had a meeting of the minds. Yes, a meeting of the minds about this, about Anjay and his silly grudge against us. Yay?
This sounds like I don't think he can
No.
take it away, but
Yeah.
I would consider this a sort of link test into a meeting with Anjay.
I think what she's trying to get is she's trying to get a meeting with Anjay. So if she can convince this guy to set up the meeting, I think that's what she's hoping to do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that if you're successful, then you are gonna have his help in the circles rule,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And
Sounds
if
good.
you're not successful,
Yeah.
I think he's going to lead you into a trap.
I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Sounds good. Sounds good. And I think what we're looking at here is I have the sense that she's leading here with ugly truth, but it's possible that it's intimidation ultimately what that she's trying to use to persuade him.
They can help each other.
Yeah, absolutely. They can help
You
each
can
other.
fort. You can
Now,
fort.
this guy, let's determine what rank he is in the guild. He's not just
Right.
a low-level guy, right?
No, I think he's not low level, but he's not quite at Anjay's level.
I'm gonna say then that he's Ob 4.
Okay.
Ob 4 will. Let me update that. Okay.
Okay, great. And Nico, do you feel like coming along on this little escapade, or are you
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
Okay.
Me too.
Probably could use some help. Oh,
I
mean, you've been opposed to it, so I'm not. I don't want to lean on you since you've been opposed to it.
You know what? I'm not helping you with this conversation. I'm
Okay.
outside, like in case there's trouble.
Okay.
I'm kind of in disguise with my little inconspicuous and disguise outfit going on.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
sounds good.
Hey guys, let me grab some coffee. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
No, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Good call.
Yeah, actually, I think having somebody who can keep an eye to make sure that they don't call in people and trap us right here, right now is a really good move. So yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, and I'm glad we're kind of doing this kind of stuff right now.
Yeah.
Making the
Yeah, me
city
too.
come alive a little bit.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Um, I am also hoping that I can somehow make this. What would I need? OB4, Jesus Christ,
Yeah, it's a pretty high will test, dude.
is a pretty high will test for a Thieves Guild guy.
I
If I can
think
get,
why don't I'm gonna ask Peter to lower it to 3 because four just is like you kind of even do the if you build one. Let me build like a fucking 4 life path criminal.
yeah, yeah, I don't think I have a 4 will.
Right.
I Yeah, I've got a 3 will.
Yeah. City born runner. Coin clipper and thug.
Doug seems right. Yeah.
Street thug. All right. You get, well, 8 mental stats.
Yeah.
So it's B4 is right.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, if I could get one more helping die or one more fork, I could maybe make this into a routine test and have a chance of improving my intimidation.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
So what's happening? What are you guys scheming?
My only reason for being frustrated with the odd here is I'm trying to get a routine test out of my intimidation, which is really hard. It's hard to get that routine test. So,
Back guys.
Hey there.
I've been becoming good at After Effects too, so I'm gonna make our Lankhmar videos a little bit, have like an intro and some music.
Cool.
I need that coffee, man. I'm so tired. It was like not quite 2 hours, but close to 2 hour drive each way to get to Atlanta.
Oh wow, that's where you saw the show, huh?
Yep.
That is crazy.
There's not too much hooty snooty stuff in Chattanooga.
Right.
I didn't know you live in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I did. I don't know. My good buddy lives there most of the
Oh,
year when he's not traveling. Yeah.
come out and visit, man. It's incredible. I'm a New Yorker, you know. I was born in New York on Long Island, grew up there, but I love the South. It just everything's so cheap here and there's no traffic. It's easy to get everywhere. And there's the country too. Well, I did live out in Long Island, so it is pretty and it's spacious. We lived on almost 2 acres when we were out in Long Island. But no, I love Chattanooga. It's great. Even the gas here is so cheap. I don't think any of us are West Coasters, but You know, the gas is still like $5 a gallon on the West Coast.
Wow.
It
wow.
is $3 a gallon. In fact, I filled up recently for $2.90.
Wow.
That's quite something.
Yeah.
So is knife a separate skill from sword in this game?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. Uh, all right. I'm trying to scheme how I might fork in another skill to this thing. So uh so
You know
we're
what, too? I hate to say this.
yeah.
This guy isn't a relation, right? You're gonna
No,
have
he's an
to.
enmity.
It-
No, he is a relationship. I have an enmity
oh,
relationship with him.
okay.
That's why I
I was
chose
gonna
him.
say, how are you getting him? How are you not having to circle him up? Okay,
No,
great.
yeah. That's why I
Perfect.
chose this guy. Uh so uh what I'd like to do is we have a relationship here where we drink a lot together. My relationship was founded on my having beaten him in a drinking contest. So I'm not going to drink extra with him, but what I am going to do is I'm going to at some point during the evening before we bring up the thing, I'm going to bring up we're going to I'm going to wind up in a arm wrestling. Uh, where actually I think when I talk to him, we're talking in various ways. We'll talk about a number of things, but at some point I'm going to slip around behind him and get him in a headlock and say, and this is where I'm going to, and Nico is backing me up here a little bit.
Big
Put
tough
in,
Nico.
yeah, exactly. Put a little pressure on him and say, listen, it's time for you I'm a big woman, and it's time for the Thieves Guild to start respecting women and their powers. Um, I want you to set up a meeting with um, with Anjay so that we can settle this. He has a small man's fear of big women, and uh, there's nothing so much to fear if you only treat us as friends. So she's
Hmm.
put him in a headlock temporarily, put a little pressure
You
on
know
him.
what? I don't think this is actually going to be a fight, but I sounds like you want to make a versus test with brawling, just to get that move on him.
Sure, sounds fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so I would say this
you
is a
kind of have to
versus.
roll to put somebody in a headlock, my
Yeah,
friend.
I fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You
Yeah,
can
Unless it's like
do
one of
your
us.
intimidation after that.
sounds good.
So I'm just gonna roll his brawling, and that'll set the ob.
Great.
But I'm gonna say that if you're successful, I'm treating this as a link test, so you're gonna
Sounds
get
good. A bonus
plus
dice.
one on your
Sounds good.
what are you doing? You're intimidating him, it
I'm
sounds like.
intimidating him
Yeah.
exactly.
So here is I'm gonna roll his brawl, and this is gonna be the ob for that.
Sounds good. Shit.
Wow. No, a one success, so it's an ob one brawling.
Okay. One brawling. Here we go. Uh, and can I fork in stealthy on this because I caught him unawares. I sort of moved on him in a stealthy way.
I think that is reasonable. I think
Okay.
that's reasonable. You're
Okay.
attempting to surprise him, sure.
Can I assist?
I think I'm gonna need your assistance in the next roll. I think I caught everybody by surprise by doing this.
Okay. Like I
And I
couldn't
only have
like
an
Even
ob.
yourself.
Yeah, I only have an ob of one, so this shouldn't be too terribly hard.
Wow. You do not get an advantage die on the next roll. You just met the ob.
Got it. Got it. Yeah,
So
a lot of
we'll
bad
go
rolls here.
back to he is ob 4 on the intimidation test.
Okay. And so I'm not going to get any advantage die from brawling. Here
No.
goes the intimidation. So if I could get your help on the intimidation, and also Sanj's help on the intimidation.
I'm not
So-
there. I'm
Oh,
outside
okay.
in the hallway.
Gotcha. Understood.
Yeah, when you, by the way, you did get him, but you can tell the way his hands are. He's ready to counter how you
He's ready to
have.
counter. Yeah, he was
But he
not
doesn't-
intimidated.
Yeah, he's not. It's not a fight, but he's
It's not a
kind of
fight.
showing you, "Hey,
It's-
I'm still in the fight. You don't
I'm
really
tough.
have
Yeah.
me."
Yeah. I like that a lot. I like that detail. All right. So we have Ob 4, and you were going to help Nico on this. What are you doing to help to show that you are part of the tough girl gang?
Well, I've got the back patch on my jean vest. Um, let's see. So, I mean, I feel like what I would have done to help, if I did help when you're doing the headlock, I was kind of going to be just sort of near him and kind of just being like sort of like block his movement. Like,
Oh no, I think that's the intimidation right there. Yeah, you come in there
so
and
like,
you
yeah, so just kind of just boom. Okay. And then all of a sudden, like, you got him in a headlock and I'm kind of, I can be sort of like right there, kind of like in his ear, you know,
Hmm.
like right
I'm
next to
gonna
him,
say that
maybe
for
hold a knife to him.
Nico, the consequences of failure for being so close to that guy is that he's gonna realize you're a rat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
And I might be a little emboldened by our victory over the cats. So I may like when I do show force, like since I haven't really meditated it out too much, maybe I'm a little more like
A little
showing
incisive.
some more traits, you know,
Lovely.
hissing,
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're almost certainly your secret's going to get out because I don't think we're going to hit this obstacle. Here we go. So we've got an intimidation. You're helping.
Yeah. So let me click the you got the ob set up already?
He's got the
Yeah.
ob all set up.
Okay, here we go. Helping, intimidation.
I'm finally stopping to forget setting the ob. I'm getting good at setting the ob now, right?
No, you're doing a great
Think
job
about
with that.
it, right?
Yeah, you always do that, right?
All right. So intimidation. I'm forking in ugly truth, and I got and I'm accepting help. So I think I'm going to have a total of 4 dice on this. And I could spend a persona die on it, but I don't think I've only got 1 persona to spend. And I don't think there's any way we're going to hit it anyway. So here we go.
Whoa, look at that.
4 successes.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Nice.
And I got a challenging for helping.
Yes.
Nice.
You know
Awesome.
what? This guy is intimidated. I think he wasn't intimidated by just you getting him in the headlock, but both
No.
of you behind him and Nico in front of him,
It's fucking
he is
snarling.
intimidated and he doesn't realize that you're a rat.
All right.
Nice. He just thinks I'm insane
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
and dirty.
Mhm.
Unbelievable.
He's gonna help you.
All
He
right.
said,
So he's
right, right, take it easy, take it easy. I'll help.
All right. Okay, so I'm
Wow.
gonna record that little interaction real quick. And Eric, if you want to push forward with the thing that you're interested in doing.
Sure. Not sure if it would be before or after this little exchange. But I think I haven't totally been in touch with my rat kin. So I think I want to go and check on like the populations that I was helping to protect. And just in the light of this crazy cat wave, and just to see how involved the other rats were, if they were any because I don't really have like close rat friends sort of on the surface day to day. Um, so I think I want to go and just see what's up, like see, how they dealt with it,
Yeah,
um, and what kind of effect there was,
yeah.
with
The
my people.
shakedown, like, yeah,
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Are you trying to circle up like a specific person or just going there in general? Are you going to speak to a crowd? How are you going to?
Um, I think just going there in general, but I guess I don't know. I mean, I feel like I would know where there are enclaves, but
Oh
like,
yeah. It's not, you don't have to roll anything to get there. I'm just trying to understand how since you don't have an individual contact you're looking for, how that's going to play out.
right. Um,
what is he? So, well, I guess at some point you have to circle up somebody,
yeah.
Where
right?
do you, so you're looking
Yeah.
for your people, your relatives,
He
your
could
ancestors?
he could do or she could do a public speaking kind of thing. If you wanted to just address the rat community as a whole, you can do that. And I don't think that's a circles test.
Okay. What does that look like?
Well,
I would
actually,
just
can we
say,
just
what's your end goal? You would have to make a what is it, oratory. You'd have to make an oratory check, but it would determine like what is your intent.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's what I'm doing now. I wanna
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I wanna go. I think okay. So I think I pictured Nico going to a place where I know my people are, or a place where I usually talk to people. Other rats about what's going on, especially because I was in the business of like helping keep our kids safe and stuff. Um,
So it sounds like you want to find out information, right?
yeah. Yeah, and I've got some general, I mean, I say friends, I say that loosely, it's not like a rules wise relationship or anything, but I've got people that I know around. Um, yeah, I kind of want to just get the vibe, like see
What's that
what's
skill? There's a skill called carousing, right?
I think that's a Blades in the Dark thing.
Oh, it
I
might
mean,
be.
well, what about it could so could it so you're going among your Ratkin relatives. Is there some particular kind of information that you're interested in?
yeah, like how did people fare? Were people were we were because I was right in the thick of this fight, but there was this like wave of cats, like where
Well,
other people pulled in.
okay, if you let's physically imagine it in the setting, like where do they live? Like you're creeping down in the Warrens
Good question.
beneath the city, right? From the entranceways,
Yeah,
and then
like
at
slip into
some point,
like a sewer grate or something.
you were great, exactly. And at some point, you start coming across like random, like rodent communities doing their thing, like individuals going about doing their daily jobs, like cleaning laundry in a
Right.
water, or hauling stolen wares from the market, like they just coming up, and maybe you end up in a kind of like central courtyard area where
Nice.
business is done, right, where food is bought and sold, and people come and hang out, and from there are branchways going down throughout the Underdark, right?
Hmm.
So in this area, you can gather information about the people, right? What's happened? What does it look like? What's the status of the community down there, Peter? Like what happened in light of the cat?
What's the mood?
Yeah, what's
There's got to be incredible joy and celebrations. It's like Argentina winning the World Cup kind of thing.
There you go. So that's a big piece of information.
Now, and
Okay.
here's another question. Is it possible that after spending so much time with us that your smell is wrong and they don't trust you? Is that one of the challenges here? And or I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to sort of flesh out what might be
I think,
challenging for you.
well, first off, here's the interesting thing. Is it known that you guys were behind this or not? Do you want that to be a known thing? Are you going to
Depends on-
try to keep that a secret, or are you
At
going to
this
let
point,
that
yeah.
get out that you guys, the mistress of pain, are the people who cured the city of the cat demon?
And in particular, do you want to promulgate that story down here among the ratkin?
No, I think the answer is no. Like I don't want I don't want to call attention on myself, even though like these are, my people, we all look out for each other because we're a minority and we're weird creatures and shit.
You
I
might
don't
want to
want
then
I
work
don't want to be like,
against
hey, I'm
that.
the hero, you know?
Then you may want to work against that and use some skill to suppress that.
Inconspicuous.
Yes.
Because I am asking for information which can be most likely not hard to get, but with just trying to play it off like I'm just like somebody wanting to know about this kerfuffle that just happened.
Yeah.
Can inconspicuous be used that way?
I
Yeah.
think so. In this case, it applies. And I think that the consequences of failure are going to be that people are gonna try to marry off their kids to you because you're gonna
What?
be famous. You're gonna be famous. They're gonna wanna attach to that fame because they can make money somehow. So they're gonna try to like, marry one of their kids off to someone famous.
So maybe there was talk like amongst the community that one of us was involved in this fight, like had something to do with it, and
One of us who was up there
yeah,
and
yeah.
you, yeah.
And I accidentally like somehow make it apparent that it's me. I'm not using the right kind of like double speak.
And I think this too, I think that, it played out on the rooftops. So the city was kind of able to watch it like grandstanding. But they're not sure yet. You're gonna have the opportunity to misdirect them here.
Mhm.
And I think if you succeed, that they will be misdirected. They'll be like, oh, well, maybe it was a rat from the north. We don't know. We saw what looked like a rat up there, but somebody's saying it was a rat from the north because the cat was from the north and the rat was from the north. And maybe kind of people think, oh, well, the prince came down. Maybe other rats came down with him.
Right.
But I think that is not going to be easy to do, man. I think
Right.
that that's going to be an ob 5.
And I mean, and I'm just trying to figure out what information I'm trying to get out of all this too. I want to know. I think I want to know like how deeply affected or deeply like if there is more involvement with the rats in this sort of like spiritual war that's kind of sort of been happening, or if other
I think
people have been like directly affected.
already. You guys know already that the cat was trying to kill all of the rats. First in Lankhmar and then in Ilfmar. It was trying to destroy the rats.
Okay. All right. So I mean, so what am I trying to like? Like, what am I trying to find out now? I guess.
Well, do you want is your intent to attempt to suppress the information that you guys were behind this victory?
Okay. So is that a reason why I'm down here? Like, do I feel like we're at risk of being implicated? Have I heard
Yeah.
that like?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you found out a lot already. You've come down there. It sounds like you've learned what their disposition is. It sounds like you've learned that they're all celebrating, that they have heard that one of their own was involved in the fight, and you've become concerned about getting identified as that person. And they are aware that you yourself have been up there because they can smell it on you. So you realize partway through this engagement that shit, they're going to start pinning this on me, and I don't want credit. Which is not the way Freda would have been about this. She would have been, yes, give me
Right. Yep. All right, that's cool with me. Yeah, so I went down trying to find this information. Now that I found it, I'm like, okay, I've kind of like given a little too much, and now I gotta quiet it back down again.
And you know what? I'm gonna lower the ob. I think ob 5 is too tough. I'm gonna make it ob 4.
Okay, I only got 4 dice. Let's see, what can how can I get
You could
advantage
bring
here?
people with you if you want. It's up to you.
But would bringing like
that would make it worse.
upsiders, would bringing in like the upsiders like help? I don't know because they're already like you're mixing in a little bit too much.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you just lowered the ob, so I don't want to like.
You know
bring
what
it
you
back
could
up.
do? You could circle up the prince and get his help.
Oh, there you go.
All right, let's do it.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to circle him up or no?
I think so, and that's going to help me into the next thing here, maybe.
We can help you. We can help
Yeah.
you circle up the prince, and then the
Okay.
prince
Yeah.
will almost certainly give you 2 dice of help because he's so considerable a personage. I would think. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's gonna be ob 5 to circle up.
To circle up. Okay, so let's help you circle up the prince.
Okay, I only have circles of 2. Do I have any kind of advantage that like we share the same uh blood race?
Yeah, you're definitely gonna get a +1 ob because you're a rat. No doubt about it.
Or +1.
Not +1 ob, +1 help. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Vina and Frida, are you able to help?
I put my help in. Vina, are you ready to help out on this circling? I think he may have muted us.
Looks like he's having a convo over here.
Yeah, that's fine. Sanj?
One sec.
Oh, he's on the phone.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Hey Sanj.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
That's
Don't
fine.
worry.
We're looking for a helping die on a circles test.
Yeah, my wife was in there. So
I figured.
she's out of town. All right, I'm helping. Sure.
Okay.
So it's an op 5 to find this guy?
Yep. He is a prince.
Yep. Okay, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard.
Where's
He's hard to
circles?
get
Oh,
in any given moment.
Circles. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And
What is your circles, by the way, right now, Nico?
2.
2. Yeah, I've got 1 circles.
Wow.
If I could just get one more routine test of circles, I could advance my circles. But where do I get a routine test of circles? Very hard. Very
Yeah.
hard. I need to start looking for obvious people. I'm looking for a baker, is what I'm going to do in our next session.
I know.
Circles up a baker.
I'm looking
Yeah.
for a bystander anywhere. Okay, so you guys got your help in. I'm clicking here. Bonus dice 1 from Roden, right?
Do we also get a prior relationship with the prince? Do we get anything from that? I know he paid us off, so maybe nothing.
I've got a reputation and affiliation. Mistress of Pain Triumvirate, it says here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that will factor
Put that
in.
in.
Okay, so I'm clicking it. I hope it gives me a positive.
It will.
It will in this case, because he's worked with you before.
Cool.
Although he does, you guys did fail a roll, so he considers you as, beneath him.
Yeah, his beneath him, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we are. All right, here we go. Rolling. Failure. 1 success. Wait, what?
How did it only roll 3 dice?
I did give my help,
Did you forget to check off that you were willing to accept help?
probably.
Roll
did.
again.
Yes,
Roll
okay.
again and make sure to accept help.
Circles, okay.
Yeah, you should have Mistress of Pain Triumvirate.
Accept help. Here we go.
Oh,
Got
wait. So you should also have, so you should have had 4 dice on that last roll plus our help, and it didn't give them to you. So you should have 2 dice from your skill,
Yep.
1 die from
Balloons.
balloons, 1 die, sorry, so 2 dice from your skill, 1 die from the fact that you're also a rodent. So that's a +1 die, and then a Mistress of Pain Triumvirate. So it should have been 4 dice. So
Yeah, and then your 2 help.
and 2 help. So you only got 3 dice. I just make sure you've got all that coded in. It should be a +1 die and an affiliation. Let's see if it does it this time.
Yep, here we go. Still failed.
It's still only 5 dice. You should have had 1 more die.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe
Oh,
the
you know what?
Mistress
The
of Pain
second
thing
time
didn't
around,
help?
I don't know if my help is there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
You got 2 help. Exponent
Anyway,
2,
we're-
bonus 1. It should have been bonus 2.
Yeah, it should have been
Maybe
bonus 2.
Just roll a d6.
We got 1 more d6. Sounds good.
Okay, so again, what's the code for rolling?
/R 1d6.
Yes, /R space 1d6 or just
1
d6.
space. Okay, got a
Wow. So you have
Alright.
2 6s. Do you want to spend a fate? You've got
Fuck
3
yeah.
successes now.
Yep.
Spend that fate.
Okay, re-rolling with fate.
No,
It's only gonna roll 1 6 though.
Oh,
Okay,
Roll
so I'll roll one more.
6.
no,
Yeah,
no.
roll
But
one
the
more.
fate reroll rolled a 6, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he rolled a 6 again. It didn't account 2 6s.
Agreed.
So I'm going to roll one more die on my own.
Yeah.
And shit, guys, sorry, I'm /R
Yep.
/R space.
Whoa.
Okay, keep
Well,
going.
that
/R
gives you
d6.
4. Do you want and roll again?
So I have 2 fresh 6s. Do those re-roll now?
Yes, they
Yes.
do.
And do I have to
Yeah.
spend another
They
point?
continuously explode. So do /2d6.
What were they?
That's 1 more. That's another success.
So
Just one more, yep.
yeah.
That's 5, right? 1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5. So you made it.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. We got the
By the
prince.
skin of my teeth. By the skin of my rat teeth.
So what are we saying to the prince?
My liege.
Let me clear the help. Because you're gonna have to do this with only the prince, but he's
Yeah.
gonna give you 2 dice.
My liege.
And we said this was an ob 4. It's an ob 4 inconspicuous.
What? So, why is it ob 4 and not ob 3? I'm just was curious what set that ob. Is he going against the
I'm just
general
saying
will?
because you guys were on the roof and many
Right.
people saw you.
Yeah, I
know.
gotcha. I gotcha.
No, wait, but what are we doing? What are we asking the prince? Like we just circled him up. What's the story here?
He,
Yeah, let's
my understanding, and you can change this if I'm wrong. My understanding is that Nico does not want it to be known that she was involved. She wants to obfuscate who was on the roof rescuing the city.
And she's gonna get the prince to do what in that regard, in that intent?
Well, he's a fellow rat and he came from the north, and I think it's plausible that you guys could run the route of, hey, there were rats who followed him from the north who helped him out, helped rid this plague of the cats.
Oh. And we're asking him to
But Nico,
kind
I
of
don't want to
vouch
put
for
words
us?
in your mouth. Your character can change this if you think something different.
Well, Eric, why did you circle up this dude?
Because Peter said it was going to help. Sorry, I don't know.
You don't know, eh?
well. So
Well,
here's my
Kind of a
pitch.
problem.
I think you're offering the prince the opportunity to take credit.
Right.
That he's going to take credit for what took place. He's going to take credit for defeating the demon cat, and it was him and some of his people.
Yeah, and maybe
the credit's going to roll up to him.
If he's down there in the marketplace or whatever, like with me, he's just by his presence, he's kind of just taking the heat, taking the attention off of me.
Absolutely. I mean, you look a lot more inconspicuous when the prince is by your side. Yeah.
Yeah, even if he does have his like sort of like streetwear, incognito cloak, with a couple of holes in it, like, yeah, he's definitely a more of a draw.
So does he provide 2d6 of help, given that he's this famous a guy, or only 1d6? I don't know why I keep getting balloons when I hold up 2 fingers.
Do it again.
how do you do that?
I don't know.
Is that
If I
an
go like
app or
this,
something?
cool. It's something that Zoom is doing. I don't quite know why it's doing it.
I don't either.
I don't know. You're magical.
Interesting. Oh, maybe it's a reaction.
I think it's a reaction. Yeah.
But I
So-
don't see the balloons reaction. If I can't right click on someone. Really weird.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Peter? Does the prince provide 2d6 of? Oh, look at that. That's cute. Does the balloon provide? Sorry, the balloon. Does the prince provide 2d6 of help on the inconspicuous because he's such a famous guy?
Yes.
Or is it just 1d6? Okay, 2d6.
No,
Great.
it would be 2d6.
Great.
Okay. All right.
And do you have other skills that you can fork into this, Eric?
Inconspicuous. Falsehood.
Yeah, this is a falsehood. It is a falsehood. It wasn't me. I'm not involved.
I mean, should I be falsehood and inconspicuous? I mean, my inconspicuous is 4. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with inconspicuous. Fork in falsehood.
Take 2 dice from the prince.
How many things can you fork?
As many
You
as
can
seem
fork
appropriate.
in 3 up to 3 skills.
Okay.
If they apply, they have to apply.
Yeah, they have to apply.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
All right.
Okay, cool. Clicking. Bonus dice. 2 from the
Add
prince.
2 bonus dice for the prince.
Okay. Forks. Oh, it gives me a nice little list here. Falsehood. Knives. We'll just go around. It wasn't me, motherfucker.
I think that'll make you less inconspicuous.
Yeah.
What secret wise,
Oh,
could I
yeah.
kind of like drop in little
I think secret wise, normally wises are like link tests. I think that would have to be a
right,
link
okay.
test.
Okay, yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, this works for me.
Yeah.
Four, huh? So I've got seven on four. We'll see.
Yeah, at least it's routine.
Yeah, true.
Everybody
Um,
wants a routine test until
yeah,
they don't anymore.
I've got two of the four I need, so that's good. Okay, here we go. Yeah!
Nice. Wow.
I murdered that roll.
You
Yeah.
did.
Oh, nice. That was a great roll.
Everybody thinks it was the prince that rescued the city.
Great. That actually, so I hope that puts us in better stead with him
I
because
think it has to. I
it's
think
got to
it
help
has.
his
I know
politics.
you didn't say that was part of your intent, but I think with that kind of rule, it does. He has a newfound respect for you guys because he knows you actually were the ones to take down the cats, and you didn't take credit for it and gave it to him. So he's definitely. I would say he's not just neutral anymore. He's positively disposed to you.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay, I want
All
to
I
do
had
one
to do was
thing.
use him as a distraction.
So that was done all so that you went down, you saw that everybody is celebrating and happy, and the rat plague or the rat fight or whatever, the cat rat and war is done, and they all think, oh, Prince Lankmar or whatever, Prince Ratface, and they have him up on his shoulders and da da da, and he's like, great, awesome. Uh,
I think we're
is there
back up to
anything
Vina.
else you want out of that thing, or you're kind of walking away, or
I think I'm melting. I'm fading back out. I might, spend a little money on some little, home goods, things
Mhm.
of, maybe the different things that we eat or something that's a little
Yeah.
bit different.
And
Uh,
and a block of cheese.
right.
okay, guys, I have a belief related thing that we need to discuss. Okay.
But yeah, but
um
that's me, and I'm just gonna fade back into our base. But go ahead, Sanj.
yeah, so we have a big problem with the wizard, the bookshop owner.
I agree.
uh he thinks I'm ensorcelled by that book on Quarmalian magic, and he tasked us to bring back Elka's magic book
Right.
and on cat magic, and then she gave us she gave us like uh, uh, a fake book that is going to trap him, right?
Right.
Um, and I have a belief about wanting to, like, I want vengeance against him for possessing me and screwing with my mind. And I also want to milk him for his contacts and relationships and power, right? So we have to come up with like a solid plan of how to do this. And my thought was to use the book, like I'd come in with like a big acting falsehood like job to like maneuver, where I come in and I'm pretending like I'm beholden to him, so ensorcelled by him, and I say I've done what you've asked, and I bring the book back. Um, but the problem is it's going to be really hard to beat his
His
intellect, like
will. Yeah.
his will.
Bob 8.
Yeah, it's a bright, really high skill thing. So I don't even know if that's gonna work, right? Like maybe I don't even do that, and I just leave the book on his, you know, anonymously. Just leave it there. Let him like get curious, open it up, and then just trap him.
So if I
And then
recall correctly, he tried to ensorcel you with a book that was supposed to be about the
Warmal.
Warmal, and then that book got modified through magic by
Yeah.
the witch, so that it now looks like it's her book of cat magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Cat Magic of the North
the
by
magic of the North.
Elka.
Yeah. Okay, so I think you know what? I'm gonna write up a little note saying I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do this.
Well, here, I mean, I think if you're talking to us about it,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, I think
yeah,
Nico would be like, sister, what do you, because you want revenge, right? It's like, what do you want to get out of him?
I want vengeance. I want to see him suffer for what he did to me. But I know that I can use him.
And
He's powerful.
I'm a kidnapper.
Hmm. Hmm.
Let's
This is
just get
gonna,
the bastard.
yeah. This
We
ain't gonna
can.
be easy though. Wizards are wily and tricksy.
You'll see that, and then you see that gleam in the Nico gleam of, um, yeah, he's tricksy, but you've seen him what we all can do.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Freda?
I think I think you should come in uh as we should come across as fools, for he already thinks us fools. We should gratify him with uh, with what he already believes to be true.
Okay.
So yeah, no,
So we're
I
gonna
think
overpower him. We're gonna go in with like falsehood and disguise and pretend that he's that, and then we're just going to overpower him
It's gonna
physically.
gaffle him.
Yeah, gaffle him, knock him out.
oh, I see. So we're
Yeah,
not going to actually try to go up against his will and deceive him. We're going to try to attack
yeah,
him.
Yeah.
yeah. I think we're like basically we're gonna try and ambush him in his own shop. You know, with the book as a bait and a little bit of like um trickery to like to lower his defenses, then we pounce on him, or we just go in and pounce on him. I don't know. It's not that easy though. Like
Yeah.
we can get
You're gonna
into his
have to
shop.
trick him. You're gonna have to get past his perception or
Yeah.
his observation.
But
Yeah.
I think what we need to think about right now is not a plan. It's what we want, like how we want to like do this thing for Vina, like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like
Right.
we're gonna go get him. We're gonna go get him in his shop, whatever it ends up being.
You know what? I
I
think
think
this
that's what we're
can
setting
be,
now. We're setting our intentions now. Like we're not like,
yeah,
thinking of
Peter.
how and what the options, it's just like, yeah, I'm like, like Nico was like, fuck yeah, let's go get this bastard.
Yeah. That's maybe the next arc after we come back, like this isn't just going to happen today with one roll. Like this is a long-term
Yeah.
next chapter type thing, and the next like heist or
I agree.
and we do a lot of cool things to set up for it, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's our next. Oh, I love it. That's cool.
That's
I
how
like
And
we
that one.
overcome the guy.
failure will jump us straight into the next campaign.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this will be the next arc. Like it's a few sessions of planning and preparing and setting up to take him down.
Because his will is so high,
Yeah.
and undoubtedly his defenses against just being ganked in his shop is probably pretty high also. Um, we've
Yeah,
got
I
to
mean,
This
plan this
guy's no
carefully.
joke, man. He runs the best book magic shop in Lankhmar,
Yeah.
and he works for the Guild of Sorcerers, so he is
yeah,
no.
no shit. That's awesome. Like that's an awesome enemy. You
Yeah.
guys remember my third belief,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Topple the structures of society. The
Right.
towers of the towers of the rich and famous. Yes. That's what I want to do too. Okay, so that will be our next campaign. It's 11:30, so we kind of should just wrap up now with
Yeah, we probably should.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah. I don't really think I did anything to do my beliefs
I think you did a lot of your beliefs, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Oh yeah, because we're looking at last session too. So
The
I
last
am a
session
woman
You
of
guys
magic.
all will get a I know you guys yell at me about the whole deed thing, but man, you guys defeated the demon cat. That seemed deed worthy to me, but
I mean, I would
That-
take it from my third belief.
Yeah,
Now I would.
that to me is a deeds worthy for sure.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
think you all each get a deed for this.
And the
This is-
fact that we didn't take any
We didn't take credit.
we didn't take credit for it. That's the key.
Yeah,
By not
that's the
taking
deeds
credit
worthy
for it
thing.
and transferring it over to the prince is like actually the
this
best.
this wasn't some fight. I mean, you guys all had to make a save versus death, and you did it.
More or less, yeah.
It was no
Yeah.
joke, man.
B13 frost breath, yow.
Yeah.
Could have died there.
All right.
Okay.
So in
I am a
session.
woman of magic. It pulses in my Quarmalian veins. I will use second sight to sense the weakness in the demon cat's defenses. I did spend a whole action doing that
did.
in the fight. Didn't get anything out of it, but I did do it. So do I get a persona for that?
If let's see, did it affect the roll when you did it? Did it
No,
affect
I
it?
mean I just failed, but like I didn't
I would say
succeed.
you get a fate, but not a persona. I can't see you getting a persona if you didn't succeed.
But you're
Makes
not
sense.
supposed to succeed, are you? I don't know. Okay.
A persona is when you succeed in the belief.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a fate there.
Yeah.
My freedom from the bookshop owner of Lankhmar tried to ensorcel me. I will return to him as a thrall and trap him. I'm still working on that.
We're still
You
working on
definitely
it.
get a fate.
Okay, so 2 fates. I will ensure that me and my sister survive this mysterious holocaust. I will urge Freda and Nico to seek shelter in the Undercity. I didn't actually do that.
I would say that you get a persona because you did save them from the Holocaust by
Okay.
defeating the cat.
Yeah, I think so.
That's nice. Always be drawn to magic. Never trust a man. Always coat my knife in Blackadder venom. None of
How
these really cause.
did any of those get you into trouble?
No, they say like I could have never trust a man. I could have done, more with that, but it actually protected me. I could have played against it, but I didn't. And then my traits, brown skin, no, paranoid, sinuous, paranoid. I kind of played it. Sinuous, vengeful, numb, quick study, second sight, third eye. Do I get something for paranoid by playing it?
When you guys went on the roof, were you going after the cat or trying to get away?
We were trying to find
We're running
trying to get
to we were running to see the sorcerer.
That's right.
That's
We were going to
right.
talk to the
The
sorcerer.
bookseller guy.
Yeah, and we couldn't make it. So, but we were trying to get
I
up to a place where
would
we
say
could
that
move.
maybe your always be drawn to magic got you into trouble there because you did fail the roll. That's why you encountered the cat. So I would say you get a fate for that.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
You were drawn to the magic shop.
Dude, man,
You are still drawn to the magic shop.
I'm sitting on 12 fate, 2 persona, and 1 deeds. I need to roll more 6s.
You have 2 persona? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're good. I'm done.
Chuck?
Chuck?
Yeah, sure. So I am the match of any man, and I'll prove it by forging a working relationship with Anjay of the Thieves Guild. I certainly worked on that.
You succeeded, right? How did
I
you do
forged a no. I mean, I got
You intimidated him.
but I intimidated not Anjay, but I intimidated the guy who's going to set up a meeting with Anjay. So I moved. I took
Yeah,
a
but I
step
still
toward.
count that as success. You were working for that and you were successful in what you were doing working for it.
Got it. I understand. All right, so I'll
That's
mark it as
definitely a
persona.
persona to me.
Okay. I carry the blood of Stormer Wolfkin in my veins. My sword and shield will stand fast against the sorceries of the demon cat.
You did that. A favorite persona for that.
And the Prince of Clegnar thinks of me as an underling. I will earn his respect.
And you did, you guys. You get a fate and a persona for that. You're
All
on
right.
a roll this session.
Well, it'd be nice to have some persona. Draw my sword at the first sign of danger. It certainly helped me. Trust my first impression. Wasn't relevant. And windstorms are brewing. Dive in. I definitely did that.
Yeah,
And it
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah, that was great. I love that instinct. I love that instinct.
Yeah. And traits, I did one of my traits. I laughed at bad fortune, not in a way that affected the game, but I made a point of doing it. That was the one I did.
Yeah, I didn't think by the time you left, you guys were winning, so I don't think it got you into trouble.
No, I don't think it got me into trouble. Well, yeah, it was just it was when we were it was just a character moment. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. So I think we can go to Nico.
Okay. Belief number 1, rats can swim. That's why we survive shipwrecks. My fear of unknown forces has grown into a professional respect. I will continue to search for understanding to keep myself on top. I don't think I did that right now. I don't think I did that this session or part of the last time either.
Okay.
Number 2, the strong and dangerous make a living on their terms. On their terms, italic. I understand that a trustworthy boss is a fallacy. I will be the one clients come to for the services of my sisters and I. Didn't really do that. I think maybe work it in.
I almost feel like you did mold breaker on that one because in giving credit to the prince, you made sure that people go to him for services and instead of going to us for services.
Okay.
And you cemented.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable
And you
argument.
you cemented a relationship with the prince so that when people go to him for services, he'll subcontract them out to us. So
Nice.
I'm cool with fate and a persona for that one. That argument makes a lot of sense to me.
Cool.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, and then the cat demon's greatest weakness is his belief in his strength. I wait carefully, studying and watching for the thread I can pull to unravel their hubris to make him fall, literally fall, and look like a fool, aka dead.
Yeah, you definitely accomplished that. You
Yeah.
make him look like a squash fool.
Yeah, so I got the deeds. I got the deeds for that. And does the deeds? I wouldn't get the other points, right? Because I
think we did the deeds separately, just as I think you get a persona point for the adversary's greatest weakness.
I'm
succeeded in
okay
that.
with getting a persona point too, because the deed was like an overall large campaign arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Chuck just said. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Traits.
So now oh, go ahead.
My rattiness could have gotten me in trouble when I was kind of going hard on that dude.
Yeah.
That Frida was headlocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
You
didn't.
put yourself at risk with it.
Yeah. Put myself at
He
risk.
was
But I don't know
probably staring at your enlarged incisors, but he didn't
Yes,
notice.
that's right. That's
He
right.
just thought I was like a hairy, weird-looking woman. Which they're probably a lot in Lankhmar.
There's some.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of my traits really came into play. My instincts. Oh, I closed the instincts thing. Open up. Come on. What happened? There we go. Never get stuck in a corner. And always stick my nose where it doesn't belong. I don't think it really came up, but we were talking about before. I always seek the soft underbelly when I could have like dodged and sort of like come up with a better strategy. I went for it.
And you failed that roll, so I would say you get a fade. You failed the roll before you had the roll of rolling off the roof.
That's
and
right.
you were attacking its underbelly.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that
All right.
gets you.
Mhm.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, that's me.
Now we can move on to who was the mold breaker, if anyone.
Oh, I was proposing that for Nico earlier with Belief 2, for cementing our relationship with the prince.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though I was
Then
trying to like keep us independent.
who was the workhorse?
Chuck,
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
in a fight, Chuck,
Yeah,
always.
that's what my job is. Yeah,
But it wasn't just fight. It was kind of like sort of keeping us, you did a lot of stuff to keep us safe.
yeah.
You know, Vina and Nico are pretty goddamn squirrely.
Yeah,
And like, you know, Frida was just kind of like, okay, you two. Like,
yeah.
you know,
Well,
just doing a lot of different things besides fighting, you know, just doing
Follow
doing a lot of
me.
things, not even just roles, you know, just sort of like sometimes you were a voice of reason, sometimes too, even if the reason was, okay, let's just clobber somebody. Um, you kind of reined us in a lot, and I think that was very valuable.
Yeah. What do
Who
you
Right.
think,
was
Peter?
the MVP?
Mm, I don't know.
I mean, like if I got Mold Breaker, Chuck gets Workhorse. I
Yeah,
mean, there is it would leave Sanj to get MVP,
yeah, I think
but
so.
I think it fits because like even if I mean I guess MVP at least in Torchbearer is for like the role that like knocked it out of the park or like the cinch like the victory or something. But I think in this case, like you continuously like um drove the story. You were
Hmm.
really working hard to like pursue Vina's goals, you know, and pursue her
Okay.
beliefs, and you really did a lot to like kind of spearhead what we were doing in really interesting ways. So, I mean, aside from like successful roles and stuff, which you did have, I mean,
Hmm.
you were doing like all kinds of aura reading and oh, I'm sorry, Peter, we're talking about like overall, right?
Yeah, it's the two
Right.
sessions
Yeah.
together because there were only
Yeah.
one
I think
session.
you guys are making great arguments. Sanj's character always drives the story. I think
And
MVP
is driving the
is
story
totally
forward in the
logical.
next, and is totally driving it forward in the next session with where we're going to go next. So no, I think that's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Thank
And
you,
doing useful
guys.
things with your abilities and stuff too, you know?
Yeah,
I can't wait until I get really powerful.
yeah.
Well,
Now,
we'll get you
I
there,
last
can't
but
buddy.
wait to
not
see it.
least, did anyone earn embodiment? Did anyone truly embody their character this session? Or we'll say last session, because I don't think we did
We didn't do
XP,
any
right? We
of
held it
that.
off.
This is both sessions together.
Yeah.
Um,
I know for me to this session, I wasn't really role playing very much. Like I was more talking about in third person about like as a player. So I don't think I would qualify, but I did notice like Chuck making a concerted effort to talk in character,
Hmm.
um, and describe and be a little bit more conscious of that, which I'd like to acknowledge.
well, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I put a
I
guy in a
I
headlock.
totally agree with that. I think Chuck does such a good job of embodying his character. So,
Well,
Yeah,
it's because it's a simple character. It helps to have a character who has the just.
but hey, sometimes that's the beauty of it, knowing
Yeah,
knowing exactly what your character is and
yeah.
playing that to the hill.
I
Oh,
think
thank
that's
you.
why it's very easy to build a character that's it's very useful to build a character that's an archetype,
Yeah,
that's a classic trope, because everybody understands where you're coming from, what you're trying to do, right? Makes it a
yeah,
lot easier.
And it's also easier to have that solid base and then figure out ways to come out of it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Different ways you want to go because
Yeah.
you do have like very clear choices you can make, and then you can go, oh, okay, I'm growing out in this way. So because me, I'm kind of all over the place. I don't really know, so I have a hard time a lot. But it's because I'm
You're playing a complicated character.
right off the
Yeah.
bat. Like
Yeah.
You
I
are
don't
playing
fucking
a
know.
complicated character.
Yes, so it's tough,
You're
but yeah,
doing a great job given the level of difficulty of playing the character you're playing.
yeah. I mean, I'm a rookie, but
Well,
Like-
it is striking that when we started out, we started with 4 people, and I chose to do sort of a Fafhrd-like thing, and our I can't think of his name, but
Tim.
Tim was going to do a Gray Mouser kind of character. So we had the two sort of obvious archetypes, and the two of
Yeah.
you created these other characters who were really interesting,
Yeah.
and who, you know, if there was an entire series of books written about them, we would know who they were a little bit easier. So I've been really enjoying watching you guys develop them. I really enjoyed having a chance to finally go beneath the city into the Undercity and find out what it's like down there.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that I want to do, like, I think the next arc, like the way I picture the next arc, if we're going after this wizard villain, is a lot first of like scoping out his background, all his friends, all his relationships, where
Right.
he travels, setting up an ambush point, like just really getting as much advantage as we can against him, you know?
and
Yeah,
getting
that
into
sounds
trouble
great.
along the way.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
I
exactly.
have something planned if it happens that I think it's going to be epic. So I'm
that's great.
excited about starting
That's
the
great.
next arc,
Cool.
but I'm also excited to play Torchbearer.
Right. So I guess we should be thinking about maybe 2 weeks from now. We should get in contact with other Peter and see if he's up for that, and
That would
schedule
work
it.
with that would work, like, because me and him are in a game together, and we're
Okay.
gonna get together next Sunday.
Okay.
So if we meet 2 weeks from this Sunday, then it'll fall into our schedule of like once a week, but every other game, you
Sounds
know?
good.
And Peter, what were you thinking of playing?
Yeah, what kind of character?
I have an elf. Chuck is thinking a cleric, or a
Probably a
Furge.
wizard of some sort, but I gotta really make time to read the Torchbearer books more. I
Okay.
haven't had time to study it, but I'll play some sort of magic user.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I was
I
thinking
mean,
the
there,
Urge, Peter.
yeah, there are two kinds. So if you want to do, because Chuck wants to do the Thurge, and if you, Peter, if you want to do the Magician, which is
Okay, yeah,
like
I'll do a
the wizard,
magician.
it's I mean, that would be cool. And like, don't worry about guy. I think overall, like reading the books is great and like brush up on the rules, but like I'll guide you through most of the stuff. And
Great.
background in Burning Wheel is, you know, you already have most of the basic
We do.
concepts of dice and stuff. But yeah, but like if you do get a chance, just look at the magic chapter, like Arcana and Ritual for you, Chuck.
Okay.
And just get like the basic stuff of like the Immortal Burden and like the Memory Palace, because that's the stuff that I don't think of. So if for you guys to get the most out of that for your characters, you got to bring it as much as you can on your end.
Okay.
But
That's
other than
great.
that, like don't worry about too much about the rules because I'll that's my job. So
Eric, is there grief for the elves in Torchbearer?
no, but I think there's something that happens when you advance. There's something like it. I think there's like a hinting at it.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you look in the advancement, the levels chapter.
I'm so cheesy. I always play elves.
That's all right. You make it your own.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta jump
All right.
off.
This has
All
been
right,
great, guys.
thank you guys. I'll stop the recording. It was amazing.